Alright, time for more Ace Attorney, which means time for more questionable voices. Let's jump right into it. Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Translator's note, Kokoro means heart.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction.
This is not the Sholmes I know.
That there is more to this
is.
case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been seen.
That being, I don't know, this stream. Also,
the
hi.
curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Okay, I mean, this one seems fairly straightforward. Just some lady got stabbed in the back on the street. Also, whoever's writing these Sholmes stories is taking a lot of creative liberties, considering the Sholmes I know does not speak this, like, he's a little more than that. I see where I am in your list of priorities. Also, hey Wumbo. Jeff and Wumbo, two of the usual suspects. That is the term I have settled on. 9:47 a.m., February 19th, British Supreme Court Lord Chief Justice's office. All right, time for me to brush off my maximum British accents. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? She does not have a British accent. I mean, she does in, like, the cutscenes, but I didn't give her that, so I'm sticking with what I chose. No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious. I felt like we were staying in a palace. Harmless person in the chat. I mean, compared to you, I feel like everybody's harmless. You are like chaos incarnate in the chat. I'm gonna be literally center of chaos. Yeah, you are chaos incarnate. That is true. And with all the gaslights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. Off-the-wall stuff, it's true. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Oh, yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, when I learnt that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. £3. Oh my god, this is like not only currency translation, where I have to think, like, okay, what is £3? And then I also have to, like, think of, like, for the era, I don't know what £3 is in the fucking 1700s or whatever this is. You would take that as a compliment. Oops, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. Oh, their twinkling eyes. A lot of money. I mean, it definitely seems like it. Ugh, I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. Ugh, London is a scary place. Oh, good morning to you at this early hour. I mean, I assume it's the big the big scary guy, right? The dollar's worth more. Did it change really that much in the past couple? I mean, I guess it's been like, what, centuries? Yeah, this guy. Oh, yes. Well. God, he's so imposing. Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Inflation hit hard in the past few years. That's true. Inflation is one thing. All right, I'm not gonna go into a whole fucking economic conversation, but like, inflation is one thing. That's true. I feel like so many businesses are just using inflation as an excuse to hike up their prices more than like is reasonable for inflation. They just fucking greedy corporations. Sorry. Anyways, I don't want to go down a whole economic rabbit hole. Just wanted to say that because corporate greed. Anyways, let's indulge in this in this corporate product. Video games. I'm such a hypocrite. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Also, that rhymed. I'm gonna be honest, my brain was going too fast to even recognize what rhymed. What rhymed? Did I say? So we got a fucking vampire. So we got a fucking werewolf? Oh, like this guy looks like a werewolf? When you say vampire, are you talking about the prosecutor in the last trial? I mean, let's be real, he was clearly a vampire. He literally had like a wine glass that was probably, he's gonna say it was wine, but we all know it was blood. Previous two comments. Indeed, corporate. Oh, I see. Yeah, indeed, corporate greed. It's like Wolverine. He does. He's got like the mutton chops. Guy turned out to be oddly nice. Yeah. I really like that prosecutor. I'm excited to see more of him. He's a really interesting character. Anyways. Susato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. See, again, I feel so embarrassed that it took me so long to realize the relevance of the, switching between Japanese honorifics and English ones. I feel so dumb. It makes sense that he would be thinking in Japanese, right? His native language. Old Wolverine. I mean, I feel like that's kind of the only Wolverine there is, right? Aside from, flashbacks and, origin stories, he's always old Wolverine. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Oh, yes, it was very eye-opening, thank you. And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart. Oh, Hugh hasn't aged like this. I mean, I think the makeup teams have a lot to do with that, but yeah, that's true. Hugh Jackman has aged quite gracefully. Yeah, he's like old man Wolverine, old man. Now I'm thinking of Old Man Logan. Anyone read Old Man Logan? That shit was fucked up. The face of a man with grandkids. I mean, he's just old. What you're describing is old. Mr. Naruto performed his duty to the end. Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh! No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land. Comic creator. Yeah, Film Logan. Yeah, that was a good movie too. Yeah, I'm not really a big comic reader anyway, either. I remember my dad, had it lying around, and he was like, you should read this, and I did. Ignoring that comment. Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now. Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem. Another case already? Ignoring that comment too. Ignoring! Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I am sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? You're trying to describe you. I mean, every time you describe me inaccurately, yes. The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by the court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. Well, Lord Van Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. You got so many accents. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Oh, hands off me, Lucky Charms. Literally. Start being here yet? It does not appear so. Oh, wait. Maybe. Creative a name to say McGilded is. Yeah. I love the naming conventions in Ace Attorney games. They're so funny. Like, sometimes it's like, the pun is like, beyond obvious. And then other times it's like, how, like, you need a like, super specific piece of knowledge in order to understand the pun. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo. It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended. Random ass names, Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? John Policeman-a-thon? That's really funny. What the fuck? Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial. What the he's dead? No! What the fuck? Mr. McGilded is dead? I'm sorry? He's dead? Okay. I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. He got McGilded. He got McGriddled. I don't know what that means in this context. Yeah, it's McGilded's death. What the fuck? I really was not expecting him to die. I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead? Well, you see, when someone is no longer alive, they're considered... After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. Uh-huh. Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of. This game, that's fair. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. No. Oh yeah, there was like that like at the end of the last trial. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, the thing went up in flames, and you could hear somebody screaming from inside. I didn't realize that was him. Jesus. How could such a thing have happened? That is being investigated as we speak, but already. The police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of Mr. McGilded. That's awful. Okay, so he's probably not actually dead. I am calling it now. I think he's alive, and he like, staged his death somehow. There's no way. I'm already calling it. The Way of Wumbo. Indeed. That's awful. The fake mustache. Oh my god, could you imagine? The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. And how could that have happened? And that is also being investigated as we speak. His French accent. Oh my god. I'm just imagining having to do an Irish accent trying to do a French accent. I think I would explode. I think my brain would explode if I had to do that. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilda did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. I'm going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. Well, I must be making tracks now. It is time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. Like top of the morning in every sentence. Oh my god. Lucky Charms cereal, guys, I'll tell you. You can't have me, Lucky Charms. An inspection of the omnibus. Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard has had any intention of re-examining the carriage. But then who is Mr. McGilda talking about? Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. Oh, Mr. McGilda. I'm telling you, he's not dead. He's so not dead. British court. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was... wow! Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. Yo, Susato busting out the fucking thesaurus. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Wow, Susato-san has such a way with words. And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones. How did you... Yo, she read his mind? That was definitely a... that was a thought. Yo, is she an X-Man? What the fuck? The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. The most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair. Simple? That was simple? As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial... it was a trial you couldn't lose. I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny? No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree? The soul just left his fucking eyes. Well, I don't know about that. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much is, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I've prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? What was he going to say before? We'll never know. New case. Could you perhaps give us some more details on about the new case you mentioned? Don't tell me it's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes. No, that was the last one. Try and keep up. Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different. Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind? Susato did it earlier! Like, you should be used to it. Everyone can read his mind. That's just how it is. That is to say, no one has died. As yet. The fuck does that mean? And the trial will not be today. There's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. So the trial's tomorrow, then. Is everything alright? Oh, yes. I'm just a little confused, that's all. So, yeah, he's like something. He's got he's projecting his thoughts. Yesterday's trial was, well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGillicud's trial. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh! If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome. The most terrible end awaits the defendant. Yes, that's right. Ugh, here we go again. Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. Oh? Getting some fucking intel on that? We still have no idea why he was coming here. I would be interested to hear exactly what you meant by that. Inside 34 seconds. Oh, shit. Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work toward that myself. And there's another thing. Oh! Another thing. Continue. On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important that I have to do. Something very important. And what exactly would that be? He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to... We're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion. What a dick! He's clearly finishing what the fuck he was saying. Didn't make it to Great Britain. Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. Is that fucking Watson? Please tell me that's goddamn Watson. Chicken sandwich. Oh, hell yeah. Pick me up on your way. Or pick me up one on your way. Whoops. Give me a chicken sandwich. Oh my god. Also, just to, I guess, in case you were serious about not remembering who that character was, the guy with the fucking headband who died in the first case. He had the sword and the fucking ever-flowing headband. Alright, please tell me this is Watson. He'll be able to apprise you of the details. Virtual chicken sandwich emoticon? You know what? I'll get to work on that. How long has he been there? So, I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell. Pay attention to his name. That's fair. Joe. Ah, yes, the great Japanese lawyer, Joe. Joe Mama. You know, honestly, I can't even say that. There was a character in, I think it was Devil Survivor 2. That game was awesome. Whose name was literally Joe. It wasn't his real name, to be fair. But he went by Joe. More Buzz for you. I hate to break it to you, Buzz is with me. There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right. I'm sure I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. What is he holding? Please tell me that's like a fucking... Is that... What are those, like, fries? Or, sorry, chips? Are those chips? Or crisps, or whatever the fuck? I don't know, British food. Just look at all the naughty books packed... Yeah, naughty books. Naughty books packed together on these shelves. They go from floor to ceiling. Like, you could have phrased that differently. These are naughty books. And they're... Damn American. Crisps. Called chips. Crisps are what you call chips. I see. Okay. Chips. So fries are chips and chips are crisps. Gotcha. These are naughty books. I'm telling you, that had to have been intentional, right? They're all books that you couldn't hope to come by in Japan. It's like a dream. What the fuck is a naughty book? Like, I know what a naughty book is, but like, K-N-O-O-T-T-Y, like, what is a naughty book? What does that mean? A very bad dream. I guess I could Google it. You know what? Fuck it. I'll Google it. Whatever. The power of Google. Okay, I'm getting very weird results, and I'm gonna go ahead and change. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anymore. I'm getting a lot of very weird results, and I don't want to know. They're not all about British law either. There are books about the judicial systems of other Western nations. It's the opposite way around. France, Germany, Spain, Holland. What about Russia? Why do you ask? I was wondering about asking the Lord Chief Justice how you say wardrobe in Russian. What do you think? I think perhaps it's a thought best abandoned. Damn. Okay, so I cannot inspect. I was trying to inspect his snackage here.